want to close by reading a poem, because I find there's very rarely a time when reading a poem is not a good idea. But this is one of my favourites, and if you give me a moment to read it, it's called Manifesto, the Mad Farmer Liberation Front, and it's written by a man called Wendell Berry. Love the quick profit, the annual raise, vacation with pay. Want more of everything ready-made. Be afraid to know your neighbour and to die, and you will have a window in your head. Not even your future will be a mystery anymore. Your mind will be punched in a card and shut away in a little drawer, and when they want you to buy something, they'll call you. And when they want you to die for profit, they'll let you know. So friends, every day do something that won't compute. Love the Lord, love the world, work for nothing. Take all that you have and be poor. Love someone who does not deserve it. Denounce the government and embrace the flag. Hope to live in that free republic for which it stands. He's American, by the way. This is not just in case. Give your approval to all that you cannot understand. Praise ignorance, for what man has not encountered, he has not destroyed. Ask the questions that have no answers. Invest in the millennium. Plant sequoias. Say that your main crop is the forest that you did not plant, that you will not live to harvest. Say that the leaves are harvested when they have rotted into the mold. Call that profit. Prophesy such returns. Put your faith in the 2 inches of humus that will build under the trees every 1,000 years. Listen to carrion. Put your ear close and hear the faint chattering of the songs that are to come. Expect the end of the world. Laugh. Laughter is immeasurable. Be joyful, though you have considered all the facts. So long as women do not go cheap for power, please women more than men. Ask yourself, will this satisfy a woman satisfied to bear a child? Will this disturb the sleep of a woman near to giving birth? Go with your love to the fields. Lie easy in the shade. Rest your head in her lap. Swear allegiance to what is nighest your thoughts. And as soon as the generals and politicians can predict the motions of your mind, lose it. Leave it as a sign to mark a false trail, to mark the way you didn't go. Be like the fox, who makes more tracks than necessary, some in the wrong direction. Practice resurrection. I think if I had one thing, and if I could boil it all down to say one thing to people who are involved in changing their communities, it would be a phrase he uses in this. He says, one of the things to do in the world that we have, and the way the world is in our day, plant sequoias. Do you know what a sequoia is? Sequoia is those absolutely enormous trees that you find on the west coast of the US. They're the ones, there's one of them, you might have seen photographs where it's so big and it straddles a road that they just hollowed out the middle of it so that you can drive your car through it. They live for thousands of years. To get to that majestic height, it takes thousands of years. To see them in all their glory takes thousands of years. What you guys are doing, what all of us in the room are doing in terms of investing in our communities is a bit like planting a sequoia seed. The chances are none of us are going to be around to see the real fruit of the work we've done. Certainly if the boys from Sailortown are saying, all the old boys in Sailortown. But you know what I mean? It's having the generosity of spirit to be willing to invest your time and your energy, for some of you the best years you have. Sometimes even health suffers or family suffers. Though I'm not recommending that, I know there is a cost to the kind of work that we do. The notion is really, as Berry says, go out and plant sequoias, so that future generations will see something wonderful, something majestic, something different than what we live lived through, or we saw. Plant sequoias, he says. Invest in the millennium, plant sequoias. Say that your main crop is the forest you didn't plant, that you will not live to harvest. And I am, Ricky said, a man of faith, and so I conclude by saying God bless you in the work you're doing, because our communities need you and need more people of passion and vision and leadership like you. Thank you.